afternoon. It's 10 to 2 on the 6th of April. My voice is gone because I am ill. It was my brother and Beth's wedding on Friday. Yes, that's correct, Friday. So congratulations to them both again. It was an amazing wedding. And I do tend to lose my voice, but I've actually lost my voice because I got a cold this time. I woke up with it this morning. I'm taking this opportunity because we have an event next weekend, which actually this video will probably be published while I'm driving to the event. Oh, I just sniffed. That's disgusting. Sorry. So I've just emptied out. This is my cupboard that I store all my kit in. So I've emptied that. Done. And I've just packed my bag. I found my roll mats, my blankets, sleeping bag and cloak. All the other junk that you see in here is drying clothes and boxes because we have sold the house. That was meant to be my excited face and I looked absolutely terrified. So I'm packing plus sorting, and I wanted to get all the Civil War kit out now and check it all. I've already bought stuff for Archie for this season, so I'll be showing that at some point. And then later on this week, I am going to pack the car from the shed. I've already sorted the shed out of stuff I need to take, so that just needs packing. But what my plan is now is, because I'm starting to pack some of the spare bedroom up, I'm going to take the blankets and stuff downstairs and put them in my car now, and they can stay in there this week. That's not going to hurt. And then I can, well, actually, that's reminding me, see that bag there? There, yep, that one, there. That's Archie's little pop-up tent. And last year he fit in it, but he's quite long now. He's not tall for his age, but he is still long. So I'm going to put that up this afternoon. When he wakes up, he's asleep in that room behind me. And I'm going to see if he still fits in it, because otherwise I'm just going to take the mattress out and a bed guard and put that up as his bed instead, because he sleeps in just a bed now. So we'll see how we go with that. And then I'll show you probably what I've packed my bag now. Okay, in my room, I'm taking some new pyjamas. I've not worn to camp before. To be fair, I've never really worn them. They are beautifully soft, although you can't see that on the camera. Boots, dress, pinny, and that kind of stuff. I found one power bank. I'm going to have to try and find some more power banks to pack. I'm not taking the big jelly bean. Sorry, jelly bean, you're not coming. But I think I've packed everything. Mostly packed Archie's bag as well, so I'm just going to chuck it all in the car and hope that I haven't forgotten anything. And we'll go from there. Good morning, it's 2 minutes to 8 and I was going to give you a rundown of events. It's Tuesday the 8th of April. However, there's cars coming in behind me and people are getting out of their cars for work. So instead, look, I read my noses already. I'm just going to show you this view of my work's car park. So this is what I get to come up to every morning for work to park. And there's the cathedral there. Gloucester Cathedral. Nice, right? Good evening. It's a 8:10 on the 9th of April, Wednesday. Yesterday morning, as you'll see from the start of this clip, or the clip just before this, is the sunrise at where I work, or the office car park that I park at anyway. And that was lovely. It's been such a lush week this week so far. I wanted to video because I have already packed the car, non-intentionally. I'm still... Apologies. I still have a cough cold. And it is pretty much gone now. It's just irritating, that's all. So I wasn't meant to load the car, but I was sorting out the shed. I've probably already said we sold the house. So I was just sorting the shed out. And then as I was sorting the shed out, I thought, everything is meant to go in my car this weekend. I might as well put in the car this weekend. So it's out of the way, apart from the poles. I didn't tie the poles to the roof in case I needed to go to our office. Our office has a height limit, and if I put the poles on my roof, my car goes over the height limit because my car is already about this much from the barrier. So I couldn't do that. However, I've put blankets, sleeping bag. You probably can't hear him, but he's talking on the monitor. He's just gone to bed because we've been out this evening. Blanket, sleeping bag, roll mat for me. Archie's bed is this here, the one he had last season, the little tent. I've got the rug to put in the car because I'm going to be posh and I'm going to have the rug. I can currently see out of my boot, which I'm really chuffed with. I can see out of the boot it won't last for long. I've got the 2 colour to add into the car, the state flag and the regimental flag. I'm taking both this weekend. And I've got poles to put on the roof. And then these 2 things. And then our 2 bags. So there's not a lot to put in the car. As the boot's not even half full yet. So I'm quite happy that I've packed it and it's ready. And in fact, why don't I just show you? 1 second. Okay, so as you can see straight through the car. And I've just got my rug, tent pieces in the boot. And there's so much room left. Not even the back seats have got anything on yet. Just the pole to go on the roof. That's it. Okay, so I've just put the flags in. They're here, going through this way. I was going to put them flat like this pole. This pole's going to go on the roof. So I was going to put the flags here, where this pole is that comes to the back. And I did it, and then from the front, I don't know if this makes any sense, but from the front, having the poles flat, ignore the fact that it's by my gear stick, I'm okay with that. From the flat, I don't know how to explain it, but with all the material of the flags and the socks on them, it's harder then to see Archie's legs and what he's doing. I know that seems really weird, but I just like to make sure I can see him properly when I'm in the car with him. Sometimes he's a bit of an escape artist and his arm tries to come out of his harness, you know, that kind of thing. So I just like to see that I know what he's doing. And with them angled and they're going right into the base of my footwell at the back, and they're going up on the seat here instead of flat, I can just see him that little bit better. Maybe it's a mum thing, I don't know. Maybe it's a safety thing, I don't know. I think I'm going to prefer that way. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. Anyway, that leaves so much room in my boot. And I have only my bag and Archie's bag to pack. That's it. Archie's bag is nearly done. I just want to put a few extra things in it, like cowpom, things like that, just in case I need it for the weekend. And I'm going to put some cough syrup in for me, because the last thing I want to do is be having a coughing fit in the middle of the night and him be sleeping next to me and wake him up. That would be disastrous. So yeah, 2 bags. And I can still see out of the boot with 2 bags. And then I'm going to probably take the pushchair. We'll see. I don't know. But at least it easily fits. I've come back in and I've sort of tidied up. But something I am really struggling with is finding toys or appropriate toys for him to play with at the weekend. We've got, like, this is a little wooden dinosaur with wooden wheels. It's got plastic on the wheels and it's a coloured dinosaur. Wouldn't really have that. I mean, Archie, when he's outside, is more than happy to play with sticks and stones that he finds on the floor. So let's hope there's plenty of those this weekend. The only other thing I have that I do normally take is he's got a load of wooden shapes and building blocks. Unfortunately, some of them are coloured, but they are wooden. And I suppose if they're kept out of sight, like in the tent or something, and the majority of the time he's using these kind of more wood-coloured ones, then I suppose that's okay. He's got quite a few of these wood-coloured ones. But it is so difficult. I could go on eBay, don't get me wrong, and I could buy wooden stuff. Like, I've got a bit of Brio, train trackies type stuff. So maybe I'll take these little wooden dinosaurs and put them on that or something. I don't know. But for a start of a season and being unprepared, like I always am, I'm now thinking, what am I missing? And I'm missing toys for Archie, but I'm sure I can come up with something just quickly this evening for this weekend. But otherwise, events going forward, I'm going to really need to have a look at what he can play with outside of the tent. I think it's just going to be mostly in nature, because that's what he loves. He loves being outside just in nature. So I think if I can find something that can just help him with that, then I think that would be great for toys going forward. And then the other thing that I actually have realised I've packed last year, at the end of last season, so I don't know which box it's in, is his cardigan that he wore last season, because that'll still fit him now because he's still only tiny. And I'm trying to figure out what box in my head I've put it in. I've got like 20-something boxes packed upstairs. If I know what box that's in, I can get that out and he's got a cardigan. But otherwise, all I've packed is a modern fleece. So what I might do tomorrow on my lunch break is just nip up to the local charity shop and see if they've got any cardigans or boys' cardigans, or well, not really girls' cardigans, but boys' cardigans or knitted cardigans. Unisex ones are fine. Just to put him in this weekend, because I don't have one. I just cut that last bit out because I yawned and had a coughing fit at the same time because the intake of air made me cough. Anywho, I'll see what I can find in the charity shop tomorrow, I think. Good afternoon. It is 1:15 on Thursday the 10th of April. We're leaving tomorrow morning. As you've probably seen from the last clip, I popped to the charity shop while I was on my lunch just now to see what I could get for Archie. I've managed to get him a long sleeve white shirt for £1.50. It's going to be huge on him and it's not going to fit. And it's white, so it's going to get wrecked. But luckily it cost me only £1.50, so I don't mind. And I found an old pack of dominoes for £1 as well. And he can play with those at the weekend. I'm now just about to put the poles on the roof while I'm on my lunch break. I've had a bagel for lunch, so I'm nice and full. I'm not going to video putting the poles on the roof because you're just going to get this clip tomorrow while I'm driving. I'm talking like I am because I'm overthinking what I should be packing. I know what I need and I've already got everything packed, but I don't know if you get it, but my brain just keeps going and going over into overdrive thinking, what have I forgotten for Archie? And I do it every single season, at the start of every season to make, or actually every event to be honest with you. But I should have everything. I'll do a quick events update while I'm on the phone to you actually. Let's go. I'm just going into our events page. So No Man's Land is this weekend. That's what the event is called. And that is Bodrian Hall. I'm not Welsh, so I really struggle pronouncing these names. It's in Rhyl. Anyway, it's North Wales. So that's Saturday and Sunday show this weekend, and then in 2 weekends' time, so not next weekend, the week after, is Avonscroft, which is a multi-period event that we do every year in their backfield. And that again is Saturday, Sunday event, which I'm looking forward to. It is the closest one to our house, so it takes me about 20 minutes to get there, 30 minutes to get there. And I think both Archie and Lily are coming to that one. That's my brother's little girl. And I think we'll all be there that weekend, so that'll be a nice weekend. And then after that, there's nothing in May. So, gonna have to deal with some boring Abbey rubbish for the Fridays in May because I don't have that much content left or bonus content to show you guys that I can actually put up to fill each week. So I might just have to do some home improvement videos or something just to put something up every Friday. I want to make sure I do that. Then we're moving to June. So the 7th and 8th of June, we're in Hull. Do an event up there. Again, by the way, all these events are on acws.co.uk/events. Or just go to acws.co.uk and it'll say events at the top as one of our menu options. And then June 21st is Worcester Bloom Festival, which is again one of the closer ones to our house. That's one of our Bloom Fiestas. June 28th, 29th, there is an event up in County Durham. June 29th, there is another one on the same weekend in East Yorkshire, which is just a one-day event on the Sunday. Swindon Bloom Festival is then in July, 4th and 5th of July, and I'm going to that one. And then 2 weekends after that is the 18th, 19th, and that's Doncaster Bloom Festival. So I will also be going to that one. Generally, I travel to our friend's house who live up there on the Thursday, and that will be happening again this year. Every year it's a thing now. And then August, we're moving to Moira. Is always a really good event in Moira. It's always small, however, I do really like doing that one. It's actually one of the later videos that I published not so long ago, say 4 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, just before the Detlin ones. And so maybe it was a lot longer than 4 weeks ago. And then the 15th and the weekend directly after the 9th and 10th of August, the 15th, 17th, is Northampton Bloom Festival, again, which I will probably be going to. However, I'm only going for the one day because it is a family friend's little boy's birthday party, which we are invited to, so we are going to that. And then in September, we possibly have an event in Nottingham, which is TBC. So that's quite a large calendar so far for this year. Looking forward to going to as many as I can.